How's it going, my fellow shiny Pokemon? Shiny Snorlax here, bringing you guys, something new that I'm probably going to be start doing. I don't know. It depends on you guys. What I'm going to be doing is showing you guys my teams and basically showing you guys my team before I start the battle. Someone recommended this, and I think it was pretty smart. But if you guys want me to keep doing this, just tell me in the comment section below. And then your wishes I command, basically. Alright, so we have our life forward Weavile with Ice Punch, Ice Shot, Low Kick, and Night Slash. The reason why I took out Pursuit and replaced it with Ice Punch is that I'm not very good with predicting, and if you're not that good with predicting, there's not that much of a use for Pursuit. Anyways, up next is our Choice Band and Cruel Breath with Inner Focus, and Brave Bird, U-turn, Cross Poison, and Roost. I'm planning on replacing Roost with Super Fang, because Roost is not that useful if you have Choice Band. Maybe you collect Heal Up and switch out, but I don't really like that much. Here we are at our walls. We are at our specially defensive wall. Our specially defensive wall is Claydol with leftovers, and the moves Earthquake, Ice Beam, Stealth Rock, and Rapid Spin. Pretty decent moveset, but I'm thinking of replacing Earthquake with Earth Power. But whatever. Anyways, you guys are going to be a bit confuzzled with this. I have Blastoise with Rapid Spin, Scald, Toxic. With Toxic, sorry, I just hit something. And the reason, and you all are probably wondering, what the fuck, Shiny? Why do you have 2 Rapid Spinners on your team? Just like unsub, my god. The reason why I have 2 Rapid Spinners is just in case that one Rapid Spinner goes down and there's still rocks on the field, I have another one to come up to. And another reason is that I was looking for a physically defensive wall, and Blastoise was a good option. Anyways, we have Empoleon with a Choice Spec Poleon. Also, the reason why I give Blastoise Rain Dance is to abuse rain teams. Alright, I have Empoleon with Choice Specs, Torrent, Grass Knot, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and Scald. And Life Orb Mismagius with Nascot, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, and Hidden Power Fighting. I really have used Nascot, so I'm planning on replacing it with something else. So yeah, that was the team preview. So let's get into battle. How's it going, my fellow shiny Pokemon? Shiny Snorlax here in the battlefield, so let's get started. I'll lead off with my Crobat because I could U-turn out of anything, and opponent leads off with the Flygon. I go for a U-turn, get a critical hit, bring it down to about half, and I switch out into my Empoleon, predicting a Dragon type move. And I was right, the opponent goes for a Dragon Claw, and the opponent switches out into the Empoleon. I go for a Grass Knot, and I go for another Grass Knot. And opponent goes for a knockoff, removing my Choice Specs, but I still keep on going for Grass Knots. Opponent goes for a Roar and forces me into my Crobat. I go for a U-turn and take out the Empoleon and get a critical hit, which totally mattered. I switch on to my Empoleon again. Opponent brings out Hitmontop, and I'm predicting a Fire type attack, so I switch on to my Claydol. And I was right, opponent goes for a Close Combat, and it doesn't do that much. Opponent switches out into the Darmanitan, and I go for an Earthquake, predicting switch. Opponent goes for a Flare Blitz, and almost dies from the recoil, and my Claydol goes down. I bring on to my Crobat, and I go for a U-turn to take out the Darmanitan. And I switch out into my Blastoise. Opponent brings out Slowking, and I go for a Toxic to get some nice prison. And opponent goes for a Thunder Wave and gets me paralyzed. Opponent sets up one Calm Mind, and I am stuck because of the paralysis. Opponent goes for a Focus Blast, and does about half. I go for a Dragon Tail to force switch out, and to force switch out into Hitmontop. Opponent goes for a Fake Out, gets some damage off on me, and I flinch. Opponent goes for a close combat, almost taking me out, but I survive with 12%. I go for a toxic on the Hitmontop, just for the happiness and lows. Opponent goes for a close combat and takes out my Blastoise. I bring out my Crobat and go for a Brave Bird and take out the Hitmontop and get some recoil. Opponent switches out to a Flygon, and I go for another Brave Bird and take the Flygon out. I am down to about half from the recoil damage. Opponent switches down to a Mushroom, and the Quick Claw activates, and the opponent sets up one Reflect. I go for a Brave Bird, not doing that much because of the Reflect. I basically Crobat out as Death Water. I go for another Brave Bird, getting some damage off, and opponent goes for Hypnosis. I'm fast asleep just to see what it's going to do, and it sets up a Curse. Sorry guys, I'm really thirsty right now. I bring out my Empoleon, and the opponent sets up one more Curse, and I go for a Hydro Pump and take out the Musharuna. The Reflect wears off, and opponent brings out its Slowking. I go for one Grass Knot, and opponent goes for a second, gets a critical hit. I go for another Grass Knot, and the opponent goes for a Thunder Wave and paralyzes me. Opponent goes for another Psychic, and I go for a Grass Knot. So yeah, that was a pretty good fight in my opinion. So yeah, like, favorite, and subscribe to become a shiny Pokemon, and I'll see you next time.